Great. We were also talking a little bit earlier about children today are so consumed with video games and you know, even if it's reading or playing on the computer, all these things where we're sort of always sort of leaning forward and we're becoming part of this orthopedic calamity, so to speak. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, well, first of all, there's something deeper than the orthopedic calamity in that regard that we need to take a serious look at, right? I've got a question for you and your viewers. What's going to happen when the next generation of adolescents bonded to data ports instead of their parents as children, right? What happens when a child is raised without the love, the nurture, and the education of parents because the parents are so busy prostituting themselves to corporations with the fantasy of acquiring another BMW or another flat screen television or a 3-car garage or a pool in the backyard, when all the time they've taken our physical education programs out of elementary schools, they've cut down on everything that's essential, they've taken the kitchens out of the schools are feeding kids garbage, packaged crap, right? So what we've got is an entire world full of children that now actually cannot rest or relax unless there's flashing lights going on. So the way a child would suckle up to its mother's breast, they now suckle up to internet, computer games, and the corporations know exactly how to program the human mind. The human brain is a picture machine. People don't understand that. The brain doesn't store data like a computer does in zeros and ones. The brain stores images. So the more images children are exposed to, the more their own mind is hijacked by the vampires that are doing the programming, which are the corporations, and they use all the most advanced technology to program children. So what you have is children that are spending hundreds and hundreds of hours hunched over computers, watching television, and just to show you how bad this is orthopedically, all the way back in 1988, a famous physical therapist named Shirley Sarman did research, and she showed in 1988, well before the computer, the emergence of computers in schools and the popularity of laptops and all this handheld technology, she showed that 98% of children in high school had multiple postural faults. 98%, that was in 1988, okay? Now your posture is a direct reflection of your internal psychology, right? You don't see happy people standing with poor posture, and you don't see depressed people standing with good posture, right? So the body never lies. When you see all these children with poor posture, it is a reflection of their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It is not just their physical well-being. It is a byproduct of Newtonian consciousness to think that posture is separate from emotion, is separate from mind, is separate from spirituality. What we're doing is we're eroding the entire psychophysical underpinning of what we call life in the name of more money. Yet that same psychology has got the entire nation into the highest level of debt it's ever been in. We're moving rapidly towards a physical calamity, a cultural calamity, an environmental calamity, and they're all folding into each other at one time, right?